I'm so sorry, y'all. My mic was muted. Let me go ahead and restart. I was so excited about that intro. Let me go ahead and restart. Whew. Good morning, everybody. My name is Letitia Campbell, and I'm your number one email marketing strategist, CEO and founder of this Campbell Success Network, and the creator of my Emailpreneur Tribe, where I teach, train, and coach my clients on how to secure the bag through email marketing. Now, I'm not going to lie, y'all, and if you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and type in hashtag replay. I'm trying to boost up my energy, so I got my coffee in front of me and all the things. I literally just woke up. I sure did. I hopped in the shower. My hair is still getting dry, so this is why I have it up in a ponytail. But today is just one of those days where I just slid into today. Now, I do got my to-do list and everything set up because I like to plan my day in advance. Why is there a gloss on the bottom there? Hold on one second, y'all. My camera is acting up. Okay, boom. That was like a weird glossy thing on the side of my screen. But anyway, y'all, I just slid into today. I literally slid. My oldest son says that word a lot. That's his favorite word, literally. He's like, I literally, Mom, woke up this morning and played my video games. Literally. Like that. That's his favorite word. So forgive me, y'all, if I look like a hot mess. I tried to put myself together today. I was going to put some makeup on and stuff. I was like, you know what? Let me just hit that go live button and let the Lord do what he does. Okay, so let me go ahead and put up today's devotional. Just give me 1 second. I'm live everywhere. I'm live on Instagram. I'm live on Facebook. I don't know what's going on with X / Twitter. For some reason, it's telling me that my live didn't go over there yet. Probably got to fix that. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you're on here live, do me a quick favor and go ahead and type in hashtag live. We are in day 21 of our 40-day devotional. We're just going to jump right into it this morning because as I told y'all, I just woke up probably about an hour and a half ago, and that means my day is behind. Okay. My day is behind because I meant to wake up at 5. But anyway, we're going to be reading from 40 Days of Prayer for My Business. This is by Becky Davis. Hey, Deborah! How you doing, girl? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for hopping on. And make sure y'all share this out. Becky A. Davis, you can grab this book on Amazon. Y'all share with me and let me know if y'all grab this book. And you don't have to get this book, y'all. Get your own devotional if you want. You know what I'm saying? Get a devotional that is relevant to you in your life. I like this one particularly because I am a business coach. I'm an email marketing coach and all the things. So this taps into my world and taps into my audience as well. But this is what we're going to be reading from and what we have been reading from for the past 21 days. And as I was getting ready today, if you're a client of mine, go ahead and type in hashtag tribe. Even if you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and type in hashtag tribe. I was thinking, I'm so sorry, y'all. My camera is sliding down. I got to get a new stand. Okay. Yes. So if you're a client of mine and type in hashtag tribe, if you are, I'm thinking about I want to do something special for you guys. I want to start my interview series. So if you're interested, type in the word interested, and just to give you just a little snapshot details where I'm not sure I'm going to do it this time, pre-recorded or live, but I want to interview my clients on my show. So if you're interested, go ahead and type interesting. You'll probably be one of the first I'll reach out to. Plus, we're going to be doing 100 days of gratitude starting on September 23rd. So if you're a client of mine, or make a lookout for that, because I want to definitely get all of y'all participation. All right. So last night, Deborah, you wasn't on our training last night. If you're a client of mine, we did an amazing training on email marketing setup last night. I went over landing pages. I went over automation, all that. We did an hour-and-a-half training. It was absolutely amazing. If you were unable to make it, the replay is going to be emailed out today. Okay, the replay is going to be emailed out today. And then next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, next Tuesday, okay, we're going to be doing week 5 Q&A. So make sure y'all show up for that. And if you didn't get the chance to attend my training, if you're a client of mine last night, make a look out for the replay. Also, tonight, it's Wednesday, right? Oh, you couldn't get in? It's the same link. Next time that happens, Deborah, just send me a message because there was like 9 people on. So yeah. So just, and plus check if you have to do a Zoom update. Sometimes Zoom does that where you have to do an update, update your Zoom app if you're on your cell phone, or update your Zoom or your Chrome or your or whatever search engine you're using. So I'm sorry you weren't able to make it last night, but we were definitely on that Zoom, honey. Same exact link, right? So tonight, y'all, we have an amazing event with my super friend, my sister friend, Miss Tawanta Davis Jones, on our Sister to Sister Connection talk show. The way to follow us and check out the show tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is you got to go onto YouTube and type in Sister to Sister Connection, and you'll see my face and you'll see Tawanta's face, and just subscribe, and then you'll get make sure you turn on your notifications and all the things with YouTube, and you'll be able to join us. Tonight is going to be a special show for those of you who have children, or those of you who know somebody who has children and you want to get them prepared for colleges. We want our kids to go to HSBCU colleges, yes. I mean, if they go to something that's not that, that's fine. But when I went to high school, and Deborah, you let me know if you had the same experience. When I went to high school, they were not talking about HBCU schools. They were not. Nope, nope. They were not really advocating that. They were not advocating colleges and universities that were predominantly Black. You know what I mean? Predominantly people of color. So I started to hear more about it once I started to have kids. And that was like years after I graduated college. So I'm pretty sure there's other parents who were like myself, who grew up not knowing much about these type of predominantly Black colleges. I mean, we've heard of them, but it wasn't pushed in the high schools. Like, they were not like a bunch of booths for HBCU schools, colleges, universities at our career fairs and stuff. It wasn't that. It literally wasn't like that at all. So this is why I want to really push that. Now that I have 5 children, I want to educate my kids on HBCU schools. And I tell my kids, if God leads you to whatever college that you feel like, you go to that campus when we visit it and you're like, you know what, this is not an HBCU school, but I feel like I need to be here, I'm fine with that. But at least I can educate them and bring people with them to, to help them, influence them to make the best decision. So y'all share that in the chat. Did y'all go through the same experience in high school where you heard of predominantly Black colleges and universities, but your high school wasn't really pushing it like that? They were not bringing in those schools into their classrooms so they can do like a little, introduction and stuff like that. It wasn't that way for me in high school at all. And I think I graduated in 2001. I think I graduated high school. Yeah, 2001 I graduated. Deborah said, right, never heard of them until years later. Yeah, I didn't start really hearing about HBCU schools. I don't know. I think when I had oh my God, I think when I had my 3rd child, Warren, that's when I really started to hear a lot about it, where there were actually different, tours. Like, I know from my brother-in-law, he just graduated college, but when he was in high school 4 years ago, he went on an HBCU tour. And what it was that he visited all the schools that are HBCUs in like a week. And it went from state to state. And it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get to see the campuses, you get to talk to the administration. It was nice. And I wish they had that when I grew up, when I was in high school. But, we could hope and wish all we want. If we don't know, we don't know. But now that we do know, tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our Sister to Sister Connection channel, we're going to have a special guest on, and she's going to be talking about that. Her name is Annette. She's absolutely amazing. She's one of the members at my church, and she has helped me so much, especially with all of my kids. So even if you have elementary school kids or middle school kids, you should still come and watch this, watch the show tonight, because you may know, if you don't have children, you may know somebody who can hear the information. Okay. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. We're in day 21, and the theme for today is the Master Strategist, the Master Strategist. And we're going to be reading from Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. And it says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. I'm going to read that again. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. All right. Let's go ahead and pray. Dear Father, you are the ultimate strategist. I know that as I plan and create strategies to grow a stronger business, that you must be a part of the strategy. Without you, I can only achieve so much, but with you, everything is possible. There is no limit to where my business could go with you. Keep me open to learning knowledge. I commit my business plans to you. I commit my strategy to you. I commit my revenue to you. I commit my desires to you. I commit my dreams to you. I commit my entire business to you to correct and guide me. Give me the strategy that works best for my business. Shape my ideas and thoughts to reflect your plan. You are the master strategist in Christ's name. And everybody say, Amen. Okay. So I really, really like this particular devotional because sometimes, and I talked a little bit about this yesterday, sometimes we don't put God in our business. Okay. Sometimes we don't pray before we go live, or sometimes we don't pray before we tap and start doing our to-do list. Sometimes we don't pray before we handle conflict in our businesses. Because if you're running a business, no matter how long you've been in it, or no matter how short you've been in your business, you have dealt with conflict, whether it be conflict with customers, whether it be conflict with clients. Sometimes we don't pray, right? Or try to have the mindset of God and God's plan when we are navigating through the day-to-day life of being an entrepreneur, right? And me personally, I don't know why that is, but we always got to remember that when we have a God-led business, our business is our ministry. You know what I'm saying? Our business is our ministry. If you have a platform, a Facebook, an Instagram, a LinkedIn, a TikTok, your platform, in fact, influences people without you even thinking or even realizing. Like, you could influence people to be procrastinators because you're not showing up. So you're part of that influence of, like, well, somebody goes into your profile and they see that you haven't talked about your business or talked about how you help people or talk about what you do, right? They may feel like, okay, let me just slack. Let me just not do anything. Or you can leverage your platforms for motivation, for inspiration, and letting people know that this is what you're known for and this is how you can in fact help them, right? But I was sharing this with you guys yesterday. One of the things that I try my hardest to control when it comes to my emotions in my business is to stop working my business out of desperation, right? Many of y'all can relate to this, where you got be having a bill coming up, or it's the 31st of July, right? And you're like, oh my God, I didn't make a sale all month, or oh my God, I didn't reach my goal all month. So you start to work and operate your business in that spirit of desperation. And you never win. At least I never win when I am anxious in my business, where I want things to go faster, or I want to push the process quicker. I never win. If anything, I set myself further back. But when I have that peace, like God's peace, to say, you know what? If I don't make my goal today, if I don't make my goal this month, let me come up with a strategy. Let me get God involved in my strategy and my game plan for August, right? Instead of trying to do everything on my own will. Okay, so going back to Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3, commit to the Lord. When it says commit, a commit is like a bind. It's like an agreement. It's like a contract, right? Where you're saying, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pray. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to fast. I'm going to give you a portion of what I make in my business, right? Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. When I think of the word establish, if you look that up, it's to make firm, to put on a solid ground, to put on firm grounds, right? Because if we are only committing to our own needs, wants, and desires in our businesses, right? Trying to have that microwave success, which I hear a lot of people trying to do, or trying to portray a lifestyle, so we're going to lose. So I was actually watching somebody's show yesterday. They were talking about how in this social media world, it's so easy to perceive something that's not really a reality. And they were talking about this business couple. They have a YouTube channel, and they were a couple, and this couple broke up, right? They're no longer together. And they were perceiving on social media like they're the best couple and they're the happiest couple and all these things, and everything is perfect and beautiful and amazing. And now when they broke up, now they're coming out with all these truths. Oh, this, he didn't pay this, and she didn't pay that, and she didn't do this. It's like, wait a minute. For years, y'all have built your following on the fact that we should model our relationships and model our marriages like y'all, and that wasn't even the case. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because listening to what transpired in that particular relationship brought me back to years ago when I used to follow a couple. I used to follow this couple for years, okay? Not this particular couple that I'm referencing to, is a different couple. I was following this one couple for years. I would say for probably about maybe 5 to 8 years. Every video they dropped, I would watch it. I would look at their website. I would purchase all their digital products and things like that. And then when I got to see them in person, because they had an in-person event, the first time I went to their event and I got around the couple, I was like, wait a minute, something's not right. Something's not right. You know what I'm saying? This is why I love meeting you guys in person, because the same Letitia you see online is the same Letitia you see in person. But when I met this couple, the thing that they were portraying online on social media was totally different. Okay? They were basically pretending, if you will, that they were a happy married couple, and really they're not. And they still to this day market that way. They still to this day market like they're this solid foundation, but when you see them in person and get around them, you're gonna be like, wait a minute. And other people notice it too, but they were like, we ain't gonna say nothing. It's just they doing it for the gram. They're doing it for the gram. Like we had a photo shoot, and they would literally say, okay, let's pretend, let's like literally trying to set like a scene that once it's posted on social media, you would think, oh yeah, they're the perfect couple. And it's not that way. So sometimes people ask me, and I learned a lot from that lesson, because sometimes people ask me, because I always say God had allowed me to see this couple or look at this relationship and realize a lot of things. I had a lot of life lessons from experiencing that situation, and the fact that what they're posting on social media is not the reality of. It's just all for the social media aspect. But a lot of people ask me, well, Letitia, you're married. Why don't you post your husband up? Why don't you post your kids every day and things like that? I'm going to say this. If you're a female entrepreneur, you run a successful business, no matter if you're making money in your business or not, you don't have to do that to be successful. I know a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of females that feel that if they don't post a picture with their husband and them together, people are not going to like them. People are not going to attach themselves to them because they're not in a marriage or in a relationship, right? And on top of that, y'all, marriage is never perfect. Never, ever, ever, ever perfect. My clients will tell you, I never come in here and act like I got the perfect marriage, I got the perfect relationship, all the things. When me and my husband have been together for 22 years, y'all. Okay? So we've been married for 17, we've been together for 22. That's a long time. We're college sweethearts. We have 5 children. Okay? But it's okay as a woman of color, female entrepreneur, it's okay to say, this is my thing and this is your thing. And not to say those of you out there who y'all have a joint business with your husband, I'm not trying to like shade or bash any of that. I'm absolutely not. I'm speaking to the women who like to say, this is my thing and this is my husband's thing. My husband loves sports. He loves sports. He does a whole podcast on sports. That's his thing. I'm not going to go in his podcast talk about sports because that's not my, I'm not a, like, I go to the sports events with him and I get all excited, when our team wins, or and get upset when our team loses, but I'm not into the sports thing like that. That's his thing. And I have my thing. And so me, and I'm still a married woman. You know what I mean? And so what I'm saying, for those of you out there who feel like you got to fake it till you make it when it comes to your marriage or your relationship, I'm telling you, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You could show up on social media just as you are, sharing what you are, and you have your thing and your husband has his thing, or your boyfriend has his thing. You don't have to feel that you have to bind yourself marketing wise to say, let's sell this relationship so people can like us more, accept us more, and things like that. I find that a lot of women in ministry, if you have a ministry and you're selling books, you're doing classes, you're doing workshops and things like that, I feel like sometimes a lot of women in ministry struggle with this as well, where they feel like, well, they're not going to get a larger following as those women in ministry who have their profile pictures with their husband and all the things. And I'm telling you that people are going to attach themselves to you because you are who you are. Be who you are. Somebody said this on their live the other day. I have to be myself because everybody else is taken. Be who you are. If you're like, listen, I'm gonna build this business, I'm gonna run this business, and yes, this is my thing, and my husband's gonna have his thing. That's okay. That's okay. And to be honest, I'm just keeping it real. People are gonna know whether it's a real type of genuine relationship or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my struggles when it comes to uh, um, being a wife and all the things. Like, me and my husband joke about this. We listen to this couple every morning. It's what they call Coffee with Joe. You know what I'm talking about? Type in me if you know that show. It's called Coffee with Joe. It's called Coffee with Joe. Let me read the comments here real quick. Deborah said that is so true, because I do check and see if they're posting. If you haven't posted in a year, that's a flag for me, especially if you're a business. That's right. It's a huge flag. Yeah. You got to be so careful. Let's go back to Deborah's comment. So the other day I think it was last week, and I talked about this. I said, everybody's trying to be known, liked, and trust. You ever heard that thing is you have to be known, you know, like, and trust factor. Get people to know, like, and trust you. My thing is, get people to know you and trust you. Forget about the like. Okay. Because I could like you, right? And a year from now, I go in your profile and I see you haven't posted for the past 8 to 12 months, and I won't trust you anymore, because I'm like, hey, I liked you, but you ain't showing up. So I'd rather be known and trusted, because that's what lasts. Because even when you have clients and customers, your clients and customers ain't going to always like you all the time. You may say something sold out, or hey, you can't get into this program, and be like, oh, I don't like her now, but I still trust, and I know her. So I'm going to sit back and I'm going to wait. Like, this is one program where, because I've been so busy, I've been trying to get into this coaching program, and they closed the doors like last week. And I'm like, oh my God. And I was upset. I was like, oh my God, I missed a date to enroll. But it's like, I still like the person. I still, even though I didn't like the person at that time, I was like, you know what? Next time she opens the doors for her program, I'm definitely going to join. So focus on being known and trusted. Deborah said, you got to be so careful. Social media will have you hearing lie. Yeah. So many people come on this social media platform just straight up lying, honey. Just like, oh yeah, we're happy, we're amazing, da 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 da. And the next thing you know, they break up. They break up, right? Boom, over. You know what I mean? What happened? All right. I don't, because he's a private person and respect that. Yeah, some of our I'm glad you mentioned that, Deborah. We have to also respect our partners as well, because our partners may not want to be always in the limelight. There's certain husbands that don't mind you just saying, hey, and it's not that they're sitting back. They're just like, hey, do your thing and I'm doing my thing. Do what makes you happy. Because for some of us as women, our businesses is our outlet. It absolutely is our outlet, right? So when you think of the master strategist, God being the master strategist, we try to put our own intricate things into the plan, it throws everything off. It absolutely does. So that's the thing, y'all. Be yourself, and know and trust in God that He has, hey, trees, He has everything taken care of for you. And I'm going to say this again until I can't say it enough. Be you. And I think that sometimes is what blocks us from showing up on a daily basis, because we say, well, we're not like them, right? Then we can't be ourselves. So I'm gonna give you an example. So my husband, we watch this show every morning called Coffee with Joe. And it's like a politics show. They talk about, the election and things like that. And so it's a married couple, and they both co-host the show together. So me and my husband joke around. He was like, babe, we could do a show together because they would know if you're mad at me. Okay, the audience would know, the viewers would know if you're mad at me. Because one thing that God is working with me on is to have more of a poker face. You know what I'm saying? When you play poker, and even if you have a bad hand, you don't want everybody at the table to think you have a bad hand. Because I know if I'm mad at him, if there's a day where I'm mad at him, I don't want to talk to him. I'll be like, nuh-uh. You would tell. I'll be sitting there like lean to the side while I'm like, you go talk. Go ahead. And he'd be like, come on, we're doing this show together. Let's go. I'm the type of person that I just can't fake the funk. If I'm upset with you, I'm not going to be like, okay, let's lights, camera, action. Let's go. Because you're going to know I'm upset with you, right? So we joke around with that a lot. We're the same way, where a lot of couples are great at pushing aside their differences when that camera comes on, and they're a great couple, and they're just great at knowing, okay, this is a job. Now let's transition and deal with that problem later. Me, I haven't reached that yet. When I get there, I'll get there soon. But I'm the type of person I need. Listen, don't talk to me. Look at the camera. You talk to the camera. That's how I am. And so when you're honest with yourself, and you know that you don't want to force something, that's okay. So that's my thing, y'all. Just be yourself. When I see couples, or when I see certain situations online where I know that, hey, y'all are just forcing this. Like, now I do see a lot of genuine couples. Okay. I see a lot of genuine couples that I know for a fact, and I have met in person. There's one particular couple, it was the year before last. I met them in Atlantic City back in February, and I got around them, and I was like, oh, y'all are a solid couple. Like, y'all have a solid marriage. It just gels. The fact that y'all in business together, it just gels. You know what I mean? But that's very rare. You see a lot of other couples where it's like, listen, in my experience that I had with that one couple years ago, where I looked at them and I'm like, wait a minute. I went to their home, and I'm like, y'all sleep in 2 separate rooms and everything. Everything they did, 1000%, that you see on their Instagram or on their Facebook, I'm not calling out no names, I know is fake. I know ain't nothing you can tell me, because I've seen things with my own eyes and heard things with my own ears, okay, from their own mouths, that it was done just for the purposes of creating a facade on social media. It's not genuine, it's not real. And again, if that works for them, that works for them. But that will make me miserable. Type in me in the chat if that will make y'all miserable. That will make me miserable to get out there on social media and play like I'm in an amazing, perfect relationship. That will make me miserable. That will make me absolutely be like, okay, I don't want to do this. I much rather just be myself. You feel me? Because ain't no marriage, no relationship is perfect. None. Okay. So tying into when we go into the prayer, where it says, I know that as I plan and create strategies to grow a stronger business, that you must be a part of the strategy. We got to make God a part of our strategy. We have to make God a part of our strategy. Don't you know that every level you get in your business, especially when you are pivoting, there's going to be different challenges. There's going to be unique challenges. You really got to pray to God and ask him, Lord, help me to come up with a plan in advance when I hit a wall in my business, or when I go through challenges in my business, or when I'm dealing with haters and naysayers in my business. Start praying for that in advance. So that way, it's almost like when the kids at school have a fire drill. They have fire drills so that when a fire happens, they know what they need to do. They know what door they need to go out of. They know how they need to line up, right? You have to also ask God for that strategy as well. What is your master strategy, Lord, when I am going through difficult times, when I am going through struggling times in my business? Amen. All right. Hey, Melvina. Melvina said, I'm here. I'm so happy. Good morning. Good morning, Melvina. How you doing, lovely? Yay! All right. Melvina said, me, yes. Like, we don't want that. Okay. So, in closing, ladies, make sure y'all go ahead and read Proverbs chapter 16. It's definitely going to help to enlighten you and inspire you. I'm doing a special training tomorrow. It's called my AI for email marketing training. It's a free training. And how you attend that is you go to bit.ly/AI for email marketing. The training is going to kick off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're unable to attend in person, register anyway, so that way you can go ahead and get the replay. Join us tonight. Somebody type in tonight. Join us tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Sister to Sister Connection talk show. It's going to be an amazing episode. You definitely don't want to miss it. So make sure you go ahead and do that. If you're a client of mine, like Melvina, like Treese, like Deborah, and you missed my training I did last night, make a lookout today in the email for the replay. The replay is going to go out today. Okay, so make a lookout for that. All right, y'all. Sorry. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design a life that you, in fact, deserve. Till next time. Bye, guys.
Got something to say or sell? Constant Contact's powerful online marketing tools make it easy to stand out while you get the word out. Create email marketing campaigns like a pro, promote a sale, or launch a new product. And do it all from one place. Power on with Constant Contact.